Regular business meeting to order. We'll begin this meeting with item 2 on the agenda, public comment. Information, proposals, and statements from individuals and delegations pertaining to items on the agenda. Speakers are to indicate your name, township of residence, and items on the agenda to which your comments are addressed. Speakers are limited to 3 minutes. All right. 2 for 2. Item 3, recommended routine matters. There's none to report. Item 4, approval of routine matters. None to report. Item 5, board discussion.
Mr. President, I would just like to say congratulations to both you and Mr. Hughes, and I'm looking forward to a brand new year with both of you in your leadership roles.
Thank you, Mrs. Bissell.
His recommendation, you might want to start with Dr. B's left leg, his right knee a little loose.
Oh, over here?
Yeah.
So what is chips and dents in this? If there isn't any further board discussion, I just have a quick couple of comments and suggestions about communication. It's one of the things that we've all agreed to work on and try to improve. Not to say that it was bad at all anyway last term, but I think there was some thoughts about being more effective. I would like to say that I would suggest that we continue a practice that I believe you started, Mrs. Ettinger, and that was a protocol for when emails are received to the board from community members. They come into the entire board, and I know that you established a protocol of responding within 24 or 48 hours. So I'd like to just offer that we continue that. I'll take that upon my priority to try to respond to that. If a question comes across that somebody is particularly passionate about or wants to respond to, just let me know and we can work that out. But I'll do my best to take care of that. I know that we're going to work on communication among committees and among committee members. It's going to be a topic for discussion at our board workshop in January. I found our decision last year to move to a committee of the whole agenda on Monday evening to be quite beneficial. Having the meeting stacked on one night was certainly helpful from my perspective. But if there's any of my colleagues that have a different view or want to offer a different suggestion or an alternative, we'll have an opportunity to do that in early January. So think that over, whether that worked for each of you or not. The other idea regarding communication was I know that we all work very hard to make the whirlwind of the business meetings, and certainly the schedules associated with serving on the school board are challenging at times. But I think we all know that there's a lot of good opportunities within our school district and within our community that are not business meetings. And to the extent that we have an opportunity to have board representation at those meetings, I think it's good. It's good to be there for the community, but it's also pretty refreshing to see the work that we do in that light. I was just thinking about some ways that we might be able to be a little more formal in terms of tracking school events or community events, and trying to ensure that we have at least one board representation. So my original idea was that we think about using the board line and the schedule of meetings and activities that's already there. And we might want to, if there's somebody that's interested in attending something that's upcoming, we could put their name in that. Just as an idea, certainly the new website that you shared with us today, maybe there's a feature there. But if there's somebody interested in volunteering, we can just report that as an idea. Anything else? Moving to item 6, old business, none to report. Brings us to item 7, new business. We have a series of recommendations for approvals for legal counsel, and I would make the suggestion that we ask for a motion that we do a consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to make it a consent agenda for those items. Second.
Motion by Mrs. McMeekin, second by Mrs. Ettinger. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We'll do that okay?
Yes. Now we can make a, now you have to vote on it.
We just did.
Oh, okay, we'll move. Oh, so we can move. No, he's saying he's not doing, okay, that's cool.
Okay, so we're all set?
Yeah.
So we're moving to 7.7, approval of dates for regular monthly school board meetings. Calendar presented.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Buchan, second by Mrs. Bislin. Any discussion? I'd just like to point out that there's a couple of meeting dates on here that have been bouncing around a little bit in drafts over the last couple of weeks. So if folks could make particular note of the June meeting, the October meeting, and the November meeting. They're a week earlier than some prior drafts. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item 8, public comment on non-agenda items. Information, proposals, statements, and/or questions from individuals or delegations pertaining to items. Other than those that are on the agenda, speakers are to indicate name, township, and residence. All right, 3 for 3. Moving on to item 9, board request for information. That brings us to the conclusion of the meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second. Make a motion to adjourn.
Moved by Mrs. Meekin, second by Mrs. Ettinger. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting's closed.